My name is Teresa Davis, and I am the Associate Vice Chancellor for Alumni Relations at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. And by the way, Aggie Pride, welcome to the 7th edition of the Aggie Certified Alumni Recruiter Training. On the screen, you have the agenda for our session today. To our returning volunteers and our recruitment veterans, and to our new volunteers, our recruitment rookies, thank you for your willingness to become a partner in the recruitment of talented students for North Carolina A&T. And we encourage you to invite others to become certified recruiters so that we can continue to grow and broaden our reach. Now, of course, we had to place the program on pause for the 2020 and 2021 year. But in 2019, we had over 250 certified recruiters, and we're looking to build on that this year. Please know that you are a valuable asset to this process, and we want to be sure that you are well equipped with information and facts as you prepare to represent North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University at various college fairs and recruitment events. Now, this webinar is full of informative material, but I want to highlight a couple of key points that you will hear throughout this presentation. First, you must be certified to represent North Carolina A&T at any college fair. Second, college fairs must be approved by the university before a certified recruiter can participate. You must be certified, and college fairs must be approved before anyone can participate on behalf of North Carolina A&T. One additional note and a quick reminder. The Alumni Recruiters Program is a collaborative initiative between our office, the Office of Alumni Relations, and the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. However, the Office of Undergraduate Admissions owns the college fair process and makes the final decisions on A&T's representation at college fairs. Let me say that again. The Office of Undergraduate Admissions owns the process for making the final decisions on A&T's representation at college fairs. The Alumni Relations Office, we support and adhere to the college fair guidelines and process that is established by our campus partners in admissions. Now, without further ado, let's get started. It is my pleasure. And by the way, one more point, we also ask you to visit our Aggie's Care COVID-19 website, because as with anything, everything is subject to change as far as the recruitment program this year. So please keep that in mind, and we welcome you to visit our Aggie's Care website. So it's my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Miss Jamia Tenney, Director of Undergraduate Admissions.
Thanks so much, Teresa. Again, we are delighted to host you this evening for the Aggie Certified Alumni Recruiter Training. We are happy to be able to get back to partnering with you to recruit future Aggies from all across the world. This evening, we'll spend some time completing that training program. And so let's just give a training overview. This program is designed to provide our alumni family the tools and information necessary to support the university in recruiting and speaking with prospective students. So we're going to spend some time this evening talking about the admissions process and the application process to ensure that you have the appropriate tools that you need in order to recruit future Aggies. So let's jump right in. North Carolina A&T was founded in 1891 as a land-grant institution. These things I don't have to tell my alumni family. Of course, as you know, we are a STEM-focused institution. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics are going to be our major focuses at the university. But what is key and important, and we want to make sure that we spread the message across campus and across the world, if you will, is that North Carolina A&T offers a variety of programs from liberal arts to business to education and the STEM areas. Students who are interested in North Carolina A&T can explore almost anything at A&T and be able to achieve and be successful out in the world. We are a doctoral level research institution Just this year, we received a record $78.2 million in research funding that spans across multiple majors across campus, where students have the opportunity to get that hands-on experience that will give them an edge in the competitive workforce and graduate school markets. We are 13,000 plus strong. As a matter of fact, just effective last week, we are 13,322 students strong, and making us for continuing the largest historically Black college and university in the nation. Of course, as you know, we're located in the third largest city in North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, otherwise known as the Piedmont Triad area. We have over 54 plus majors that students can take part in campus. And as I just stated, those majors span from liberal arts to business to STEM to agriculture, just to name a few, starting with our agriculture, our foundational college, the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science, whether it's in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Science, our liberal studies area, the Willie A. Deese College of Business and Economics, the College of Education, College of Engineering, our John R. and Kathy R. College of Human Health and Human Sciences, or our College of Science and Technology. You'll find one of those 54 undergraduate programs with lots of concentration areas to support them. Our average class size is about a 28, student faculty ratio 19:1, with a female male ratio of 1:1. What's also key as students come to the university, what makes A&T unique is the family-oriented space that we provide for students. And how do we do that? We accomplish that in multiple ways, and I'm going to highlight some of those academic support and resources that we offer to students. Our Center for Academic Excellence is our major student support hub. This particular hub provides tutoring, advising, mentorship programs. Also, when students come to university and they haven't yet identified what their academic choice is, students can be mentored and coached and advised as an undecided student. They will work with them to determine what their interests are and how they relate to an academic program at North Carolina A&T. There are over 200 plus countries that students can study abroad in. So our Office of International Affairs really partners with students to find those opportunities, whether they're doing it for a semester, a year, or either a summer experience. Students really get the opportunity to explore different cultures, also provide services to other students across the world, whether it's exchange programs or all of those things that are available for our students. One of the things that we know is critical to making sure that our students are ready for life after A&T is to prepare them early for what that looks like. And our Office of Career Services really partners from the day the students walk into campus to make sure that they are ready to go out into the competitive workforce, whether it's preparation services, resume building, etiquette training, offering career fairs, mock interviews. All of those things are available to students. Also, we have our handshake recruitment system that is used for students to go in and find on-campus employment, off-campus employment, internships, co-op opportunities. Our alums even have an opportunity to take advantage of the handshake recruitment system, because we know once you're an Aggie, you're always an Aggie. And so we're partnering with individuals to make sure that they always have those resources that they need. And so this particular support piece, so you start off with your academic major, you know what one of the 54 plus majors that you're going to pursue. You partner with those academic support and resources to be able to guide and mentor and coach and build you and develop you as you come to Aggie land and you're ready to leave. But that's not stop there. The other piece is that we have fun in Aggie land. Of course, we are Division I athletics. And of course, just this year, we joined the Big South Conference, over 17 athletic teams that students can take part in. In just a moment, you'll hear from our athletics team that will highlight some of our accomplishments that we have achieved in athletics. Over 160 organizations that students can take part in. This is the exciting part of being a part of Aggie land. Taking part in an organization really allows students to do a couple of things. Number one, build your Aggie community. It's how you meet lots of people along the way. It's how you meet people from your hometown through a hometown organization, how you meet people through your academic major, how you pursue Greek life, how you participate in honor societies, community service programs, or community services organizations like Men on the Move and those types of things. Also, student organizations provide you the opportunity to pursue leadership. There are officers in all of these organizations. And guess what? If students don't see the organization that they're looking for on campus, all they need is about 14 people along with them, and they can form their own organization. Thus, how our organizations continue to grow each year. We have 16 plus residence halls that students can reside in, whether it's our apartment complexes or traditional facility. There are a variety of options that students can take part in on campus. So that's academic life, that's student life. And let's get into, now that we know about that, how do I become an Aggie? Well, let's talk first about new freshman admissions. What is key to note is that North Carolina A&T is uniquely the largest historically Black college and university in the nation. Of course, we are centered in North Carolina. We're also part of the University of North Carolina state system. As a part of that, there are some course requirements that all new freshmen must meet, regardless to where they live at in the United States. Those courses are called minimal course requirements, and they're listed here, and we'll go through them. First, we require 4 units of math, Algebra 1, geometry, Algebra 2, and an advanced math that requires Algebra 2 as the prerequisite. Common examples are pre-calculus, calculus 1, college level or college algebra, college readiness math, whether it's AP statistics, just to name a few of those examples of courses. 4 units of English are required. 3 units of natural science, a biological science such as biology or anatomy, physiology, a physical science such as chemistry, physics, or physical science, and then another science with a lab. Some students take earth science, environmental science, marine science, forensic science, are some examples of an additional lab science. 2 units of social science, one having to be U.S. history. So whether students take U.S. history and civics and economics, or U.S. history and world history, those are some common combinations for the social sciences. And then lastly, 2 units of the same foreign language. And that could be a Spanish 1, Spanish 2, French 1, French 2, American Sign Language 1, or American Sign Language and American Sign Language 2 are some common examples of foreign language courses that students can take. One of the things that's important to us this year, we brought in a record number of new freshmen to the university. About 2,900 new freshmen entered the university this year alone, and we're excited to have them on campus. Along those lines, the average GPA became extremely competitive for students that enter. And it's important to know these average profiles that I note here. So as students look to apply to the university, they want to note the average admit profile. Our overall average weighted GPAs are 3.697. I want to, however, highlight that for out-of-state students, that average weighted admitted GPA is a 3.933. Please know that as a part of the University of North Carolina system, there's a limited number of new freshmen that can be non-North Carolina residents. Specifically, 25% of our incoming new freshman class can be non-North Carolina residents. So you'll notice there that admissions is very competitive for non-North Carolina residents, and our average GPA is noted there. And so we should always share that with out-of-state students as they look to apply. Our Willie A.D. College of Business has some additional test score requirements. Test scores are optional for 2022 applications. Please note that they have a minimum GPA requirement there, but again, you want to highlight those averages because admissions is competitive. College of Engineering, same test scores are optional. They're going to look for completion of pre-calculus at the high school level. So high school students who want to major in engineering will need to complete pre-calculus at the high school level. And then, of course, nursing students, 3.5 or higher weighted GPA. Test scores, again, are optional for students. Let's talk about transfer students who are looking to come. The key to noting with transfer students, age matters. If a student is under 21, we're going to be looking for their high school information, whether it's your official high school transcript, GED, or adult diploma certificate. You must submit official college transcripts from any college that you have attended. Of course, test scores are optional as well. If you're 21 years older, we're going to be looking for that proof of high school completion, and you can note those examples there, how you can submit that. Again, for any age under transfer applicant, you must submit official college transcripts from all schools that you have attended. We complete an educational audit to know all schools that you have previously attended. If you are a North Carolina student, you're pursuing an Associate of Arts, Associate of Science degree at one of our partner community colleges, the high school documentation is waived. So you're under 21 and you don't have 24 transferable hours, we're going to revert back to those minimal course requirements that we talked about in the freshman admissions requirements just a few moments ago. Also, you're going to be required to have a 2.5 high school GPA. And so it's important that if you didn't successfully complete those courses in high school, that you know you're going to need 24 transferable hours to transfer to the university. Please note here, there's some additional requirements. Our engineering students are required to have a 2.5 or higher, calculus 1 completion, business 2.5 or higher. There are also some additional departmental requirements that are noted on our website under transfer admissions, as well as our nursing students have to have a 3.0 or higher cumulative GPA. And then you want to highlight on those science courses that if you take biology and chemistry, anatomy, physiology, you have to pass it with a C or higher on the first attempt. So you want to make sure that we remain consistent with those things. All of those are noted in the admissions materials that will be sent. As you go to recruitment fairs, you'll have those materials and you can share those with students, all of those specific GPA requirements and admissions requirements. We accept transfer credit from regionally accredited institutions only. Courses have to have a grade of C or higher and be comparable to something at A&T. Maximum number of hours is 64 for 2 years. 4 years, 90. And if you attended multiple institutions, 2 years and 4 years, the maximum number of hours that you can receive is 90. We have a transfer credit tool online under transfer credits on our website where students can go in and see previous credit from institutions that has transferred in. So you can see how those courses transfer into the university. We also accept AP, IB, Cambridge scores as well. And those charts and equivalencies are located on our transfer credit site. Let's talk about cost, financial aid, and scholarships. So here on the screen, you'll see our 2021-2022 estimated costs. You'll see what in-state tuition, these are yearly costs. Out-of-state tuition looks like room and board is a standard double suite style room. Of course, room and board meaning your food costs and your room costs can vary based on your room selection and your meal plan selection. And then our general personal expenses, transportation, and books and supplies costs listed there. You want to make sure that you complete the free application for federal student aid, the FAFSA, and our school code is 002905. That opens in just another month or so, less than a month, October 1, 2021. You're going to be using your 2020 tax information. There are 4 types of aid that you can receive: grants, loans, work study, and scholarships. So students can take advantage of those resources and making sure that they apply early for financial aid and include A&T on their FAFSA. Of course, the FAFSA will not be able to be pulled down or reviewed until a student is admitted to the university. We have 4 types of full ride scholarships that students can pursue at the new freshman level. That's the Cheatham White Scholarship, the February 1 Scholarship, and the Lewis and Elizabeth Dowdy Scholarship. Those 3 scholarships are housed in our honors program. And then we have the National Alumni Scholarship, of course, that is governed or managed by our Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships. So as you see, there's more information on our website and the scholarships, and students can be referred there for the application process. How to apply to North Carolina A&T? Glad you asked. There are 2 ways you can apply to A&T. You can apply via our website. So if you go to ncat.edu, top right-hand corner, click apply, you'll get there to the undergraduate admissions application. Or we're a member of the Common App. So if you put in the Common App, it's commonapp.org to be exact, and you can visit there and you can apply to A&T there as well. $60 application fee payment, credit card, check, or money order. We also accept College Board, ACT, and NACAC fee waivers. Please note, for new freshmen, you want to make sure that you send your official high school transcript via postal mail sealed or via an electronic transcript service. Of course, again, test scores are optional for 2022 applications. For transfer applicants, again, your transcript should be sent via postal mail or an electronic transcript service. Test scores, again, are optional there to send. Note that for new freshmen, you do need to send a resume or recommendation letters or personal essays are not required or reviewed in that process. I wanted to make sure that I highlighted that. Our spring deadlines are noted here on the screen. International, October 1. Our domestic deadline is December 15th. For the fall, new freshmen, a couple of things to highlight. Our scholarship consideration. So if you're looking to apply for, students are looking to apply for those full scholarships, they need to apply to the university, have a fully submitted application by October 15th. Our early action 2 deadline is December 15th. Any non-North Carolina resident who's looking to come to A&T, we encourage them as a new freshman to apply no later than December 15th if they want to be considered. Our final deadline is June 1, which is a space available deadline. Our international deadline for new freshmen and transfer fall is June 1. And our new transfer deadlines for early action scholarship consideration is May 15th. And then our regular deadline of July 15th. Please note, when I talked about scholarships, I noted the 4 full scholarships that people can pursue. But also, I want to make sure that I note that we also have merit aid that students can pursue as well over the course just by applying the scholarship consideration. So for merit aid, there is no scholarship. We'll review you there. But for those full scholarships, there are separate applications that you can consider. So again, if you're looking to apply for the full scholarships as a new freshman, apply by October 15th. If you want to be considered for our merit aid that is not scholarship application based rather, then you also should apply by October 15th. All right. So at this time, I'm going to welcome my colleague from athletics, Mr. Corey Lima, to come in and speak to us about athletics.
Good evening, alumni recruiters. My name is Corey Lima. I serve as the Associate Athletics Director for Athletics Compliance. This presentation will briefly review our membership responsibilities as a Division I member institution of the National Collegiate Athletic Association, also known as the NCAA. NCAA regulations govern our institutional recruiting efforts regarding prospective student athletes. But before we discuss the most pertinent rules, let's take a look at last year's Aggie athletic accomplishments.
Being a champion requires more than just strength and training. It's a mindset, one that believes you can be the very best. At North Carolina A&T, we applaud our Olympian medalists and members of the United States, Mexico, and Liberia national teams. Watching Trevor Stewart and Randall Ross Jr. make history in Tokyo were moments we'll never forget. We also applaud the 13,000 Aggies who were champions in so many other ways, from creating self-driving automobiles, to landing nationally competitive scholarships, to changing the face of STEM careers across America. It's often said at A&T that Aggies do. Well, don't think for a second that Aggie champions are ever done. North Carolina A&T, home of champions.
All right, I hope that video gets you as excited as I am. Aggie Athletics enjoyed the last year of our 50-year membership within the Mideastern Athletic Conference. As of July 1, 2021, we became members of the Big South Conference. But during that last year of MEAC membership, the women's volleyball joined the Ring of Champions by winning their first MEAC title. The women's bowling program added another MEAC championship to their collection, and the women's basketball won another MEAC championship as well. The men's and women's track and field teams swept the MEAC championships for an astonishing 4th year in a row. The men's program finished ranked 3rd in the nation, and the women's program finished ranked 4th in the nation, both top 5 programs in the United States of America. Randolph Ross Jr. won 2 national championships in the 400 meter and as a member of the 4x4 meter relay team that also included fellow Tokyo Olympians Daniel Stokes, Akeem Sirleaf, and Trevor Stewart. National champions Randolph Ross Jr. and Trevor Stewart also linked up as members of the U.S. Olympic team and brought gold medals back to Aggie land as members of the U.S. 4x4 meter relay team. Ms. Cambria Sturgis of the women's track and field program also brought home 2 national championships as the premier sprinter in the country by winning the 100 and 200 meter races. In order to remain in good standing with the NCAA, it is our responsibility as a university to exhibit institutional control of our administration of intercollegiate athletics. That demonstration of institutional control begins with the basic understanding of a few NCAA recruiting terms and bylaws. Let's discuss what it means to be considered a representative of an institution's athletics interests. A representative of the institution's athletics interest is an individual, independent agency, corporate entity, or other organization who is known or should have been known by a member of the institution's executive or athletics administration to do one of the following, or all of the following: having participated in or to be a member of an agency or organization promoting the institution's athletics program, have made financial contributions to the athletics department or to a booster organization, such as the Aggie Athletic Foundation, be assisting or to have been requested by the athletics department to assist in the recruitment of PSAs, be assisting or to have assisted in providing benefits to enrolled student athletes or their family members. And lastly, having been involved otherwise in promoting the institution's athletics program. You will retain that status as such a representative. The person, independent agency, or other organization retains that identity indefinitely. The general rule: all in-person, on or off-campus recruiting contacts with a PSA or a PSA's family member shall be made only by authorized institutional staff members like a coach. Such contact, as well as correspondence and telephone calls by RIAs, interest is prohibited except as otherwise permitted in this section. All right. On behalf of the athletics department, we appreciate your efforts in assisting with recruiting of the best student athletes to represent us on the intercollegiate field of play. As a best practice, please forward all interested prospective student athletes and their families to our athletics website, www.ncataggies.com.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lima, for coming in and providing that information to us. We are delighted to partner with athletics, and we celebrate you on all of the amazing accomplishments and celebrate the full athletics team. Thank you, Aggies, for always cheering on our Aggie athletes, and we know that you are equally proud of them as well. We're going to move into the next step, which is our Aggie Certified Alumni Recruiter Training Next Steps. And at this time, I'd like to welcome my colleague who partners with me to lead this initiative. Thanks so much, Crystal. I'd like to welcome the Director of Alumni Programs, Ms. Crystal Boyce, who will talk to us further about the Aggie Certified Alumni Recruiter Training Next Steps.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Aggies from all over the world. I'm Crystal Boyce, Director of Alumni Programs, and so elated that this is the 7th edition of the Aggie Certified Alumni Recruiter Training Program. So now that you've heard about the admissions process, financial aid, athletics, now let's talk about the alumni fair request process. So alumni who are certified must follow these steps in order to participate in a recruitment event. So you must complete this training as you are doing now. You must submit the alumni fair request form at least 30 days or more prior to the fair. Request forms will be verified by the Office of Alumni Relations and the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. You can expect to receive a response within 15 business days. A reminder, alumni should not confirm the university's participation at any fair or recruitment event. Any request that we receive 30 days or less will not be approved for your participation. We need enough time to send you recruitment material and to confirm your participation. No materials will be sent prior to approval. Alumni should not participate in fairs unless you are certified and have been approved to do so. Now it's time, if you've been certified before, to clear out your old admissions material. So please disregard all old admissions material that you have prior to this training cycle. All new material will be sent to all certified recruiters that are approved to attend any fair. Some additional process requirements. If the requester has successfully completed the certified recruiter training, the university deems it necessary and appropriate for you to participate, the fair will be confirmed. If the requester has not completed the recruiter training, the fair will be declined. If there is a registration fee on the Alumni Fair request form, please indicate whether or not you are willing to cover that fair cost. So, Alumni Fair guidelines. We want you to be prepared and show your Aggie pride when you go to the fair. We want you to arrive early. We suggest 30 to 45 minutes in advance. We don't want you to be late. Students will be looking for you. You can dress in business casual attire. Aggie paraphernalia is always a must, and we enjoy seeing that and wearing it. Stay for the entire program. If you are not able to stay for the entire program, we need to assign it to someone else who can. Check in at the registration booth and introduce yourself to the fair sponsor, counselor, or counselor on duty. Do not collect any student demographic information or accept any student documentation. That should be only done by the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. Do not stand in front of your booth, and no more than 4 representatives at a booth at a time. Some more guidelines. Only literature may be handed out. Do not distribute anything other than the information that's provided for you in the material you receive from the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. Be courteous to other exhibitors and fair attendees. Please silence your cell phones while you are participating in the fair. Wait for students, parents, and guests to approach you. Don't imply admissions guarantees to any student based on his or her credentials that they may share with you. And don't compare North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University to any other institution. We know we're the #1 HBCU, but we don't want to make anyone else feel bad. Take all necessary safety precautions when you go to the college fairs. Assessment instructions. So we're nearing the end now. Now that you have watched this webinar in its entirety, you must complete the assessment by the set deadlines. After the training assessment has been received, it will be reviewed and evaluated. If completed successfully, you will receive an email with your certification and fair guideline requests and next steps. So training dates, you're here now. The certification will end shortly. You need to complete the assessment. The assessment will open today and close on October 15th. If you miss this training, we will have another one in the spring of 2022 on January 10th, 2022. That assessment will open that day and close on February 11th. So if you know of any other Aggies who weren't able to make it tonight, they can join us in the spring if they're not able to view this soon. Certifications will be emailed out bi-weekly. So I hope you have your paper and pen ready or your cell phone to take notes. The assessment link is presented now. bit.ly/ACAR assessment 2122. Please note, certifications for this academic year expire June 30th of 2022. This is an annual certification program, and you must be recertified annually to participate in college fairs during that academic year. All questions about the Aggie Certified Alumni Recruiter Training should be directed to the Office of Alumni Relations. You can contact us at 336-433-5570 or email us at alumni@ncat.edu. All questions should be directed to the Office of Alumni Relations and not the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. Thank you so much, Aggies, for the lives you touch. We appreciate each of you so much for taking the time to assist us with recruitment efforts. We cannot do this without you. Thank you again for joining, and Aggie Pride.